Breaking free of the shadow. This weekend, I'm going to do a very, very deep clearing, almost like a cleansing of the bloodline of our ancestral system in around shadow work. So where is that deep within our bloodline? Where is it deep within our cells? Where is it deep within the subconsciousness? So I'm going to work very deeply first with our own systems, and then we'll work on whatever shadows between your mom first, mom and you, your dad and you, your siblings, aunts, uncles, and then go through the ancestors and then go to everybody you're connected to. So this will really help you and everybody you're connected to clear a lot of shadow work and a lot of disconnect and a lot of invert away from creation. So any aspect of you that's out of alignment with creation and supporting creation, we'll address in this webinar. So it's going to be 4 webinars. And we're going to go very, very deep, very detailed into whatever's in your system around shadow and whatever part of you has got this sacrificial part of oneself, one's inner child, and where you're disconnected from self, from creation, from source, and where you're controlling it. So as we'll go through the layers, there may be a lot of control coming up in your system. You may be experiencing even headaches because the system doesn't want to let go. It doesn't want to reconnect. Also, we'll work with very deep where we have these horror movies about fears, anxieties, life, and maybe somebody else's, our ancestors too. So we clear those movies from our system, because they are excuses from not connecting to source, not connecting to our true potential or true power, and we'll embody ourselves. So it's going to be a very deep one, a very strong one that will go deep down into the very deep levels of the subconsciousness, deep into the nervous system and deep into the cells for full embodiment of presence. So it's going to take you out of fears and illusions of the past and maybe fears of the future and bring you more into a state of presence and connection and open up that super consciousness, which is you in your full channel, fully embodied. It will take a lot of programs and a lot of habits from your system too. So I'm going to work deeply through the whole spine, through the whole system. And we'll have a very, very deep cleansing and upgrading and then activation of you, and your essence can move into all these spaces because these shadow aspects eat up a lot of our energy and disconnect us from, yeah, the good things in life, enjoying life, the good connections. So it will really help you to resolve what's happening in your life so you can have a more flowing, ease, nourishing, loving life. So I'm looking forward to open these spaces for you over the weekend, and we can go very, very deep into the system. And then you can invite, as I say, your ancestors or your family into the system too, or you can also invite, if there's anyone else who needs support, it'll work through this webinar. Because as we work in our own systems, clear the shadow from it, it will clear it for everybody too. So we can keep that intention coming into the webinar if you like. So yeah, if you want to, before the webinar, just address, bring up any shadow that's in your system or take notes of it, any disconnects, any nastiness, any sacrificial parts, any disconnect from your inner child. If you want to just open those fields up before you come into the webinar, that'd be really helpful. And also to look back into your ancestral line and just ask the system, bring forward any disconnects, any heaviness, any shadow aspects that's coming. Could be resentful, could be blaming, could be bitterness, could be corruption. Maybe back there we couldn't put food on the table, so we had to be corrupt, and now corrupt is normal. It's not normal, or there was abuse or incest in the system. So find out what was in the system or ask the system to bring it up to you, to bring up what we need to work on in this webinar. And we can resolve it in the webinar and clear a lot of ancestral shadow from our systems because we think it's our own, but a lot of it does not belong to us. And we can clear it within our own system, and then we connect to our own essence and open that up in our life. So yeah, I look forward to doing this over the weekend and holding space for you all. And yeah, let's go deeper and clear the shadow from our lives so we can clear it from ourselves, friends, ancestors, and the collective. Have a beautiful day or evening wherever you are. Thank you.